Chip and Joanna Gaines' restaurant, Magnolia Table, is opening soon, but the location is causing traffic concerns for some businesses in the area. Midway Middle School and Killeen ISD are assuring parents threats circulating on social media today about alleged violence are not true and parents have nothing to worry about. A Killeen man is in jail tonight charged with murder, all in connection to a shooting almost 2 weeks ago. We live in a world where apps on your kids' phones are gateways for sex and sexual predators. Take a look at these 6 apps. These are the ones that I'm going to tell you about tonight that you need to know and take off your kid's phone. And we hear 4-letter words come out of the Weather Center every now and again, but this one caught my attention. Cold. We're on top of Al Foss, one of Saddam's palaces. They're in the process of shutting down Central Texas Marketplace because they say it is not safe for the businesses to conduct business there and for others to be there as well. Shooter who is down at Fort Hood appears to be the only shooter. They were saying that they wanted to evacuate the entire town of West. Let's begin with the most fascinating part of your story. You were at the top of Nidal Hasan's hit list. You say there were many red flags and they went ignored, and that the Army and the FBI should have seen him coming years in advance. Jason Simkokoski's story is all too familiar. Vets coming home from war being overprescribed medicine because it's easier than doing the right treatment. And many of them end up as addicts, in addiction centers, or even dead. And they want to fix that here in Washington. Here in Baghdad, the Arab Summit takes place next month, and right now the situation in Cairo is not affecting at all. But Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki says that any leader who does not show up to that summit is basically saying their country is in trouble. But let's be honest here, folks. Blowing things up is so much more fun.
What's the deal with Twinkies? I mean, I've never had one, so...
I think the preservative they use in those, I think the same preservative they use in Cher.
I like hearing what people would do if they won. Everyone has a different kind of perspective on things.
You know, it's weird. When I first started in this business, you make very little money. I was making
really?
$8.25 an hour, and buying groceries was tough with a family. So I think I would go to a grocery store and pay for people's groceries. When was the last time you pushed the wrong button and accidentally fired a missile into the air? Think about it. Yeah, me too. Get this, a sailor on a ship out in the Pacific, U.S. sailor with the U.S. Navy, he's there to keep missiles from North Korea. He hit the fire button on the missile defense system. But here's the thing, it failed. The missile went up and self-destructed mid-flight. So a system that we take for granted didn't even work, and if it wasn't for this poor sailor, who I'm sure is having a very bad month, we may have never known.
All right, Andy, thanks so much.
All right, let's talk movies for just a second. It is no secret that Black Panther is killing it in theaters this week, and swinging those ticket prices, that can be kind of tough. So what do? You go for the 2-for-1 deal, am I right? Straight out of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Take a look at this. One guy, have him stand on your shoulders, roll up to the movie theater in a tremendous trench coat. Though we've got to admit that everyone whipping out their phones and recording this totally normal, tall, trench coat wearing man might tip some people off. I mean, come on guys, be cool just a little bit. You've got to film that stuff on the sly so your fellow Black Panther friends can pull off their heist. The year 1944. In the White House, the Roosevelt administration. The most commonly used tank in World War II, the Sherman, known as Hell on Wheels. Fast forward to today, you can find one that still works.
Everything in this thing works.
So with summertime right around the corner and families spending quality time together, my photographer and I went to drivetanks.com to see how families can have a lot of fun.
I want to blow some stuff up.
Holy. But many want to pack up.
I'm getting tank training.
Put it in drive.
Push it in.
And spend their time going to war. Like the Theodore family, who traveled all the way from Manhattan Beach, California, all to blow up as much as they could on this 18,000-acre ranch in Uvalde.
Say Texas. Texas.
Just 2 hours west of San Antonio is drivetanks.com, where you can play Army, see historic tanks, ammo, guns, and artifacts from World War II and several other wars as well. All these experiences are the brainchild of Todd DeGidio, the company's CEO. His collection is worth tens of millions of dollars, complete with roaming free-range animals, But his pride and joy are the tanks that sit in a simple tank barn kept immaculately clean.
The German Leopard tank in the corner over there.
On the second floor of the barn is the Patton Lounge, named after the well-known general himself. And take a look at this. From the ceiling, this is a parachute, an actual parachute from World War II.
Relax, do a little debriefing, have an adult beverage.
And there are barracks for those who want to stay the night, complete with World War II design, but with modern-day technology.
Waiting to be connected.
This not only is a place to come and have fun and blow things up, but they also want it to be known as a living museum with all the artifacts from World War II. But let's be honest here, folks, blowing things up is so much more fun. The place isn't cheap. The flamethrower will set you back $300. And getting to live out a commuter's fantasy, driving over this car is about $1,000. Firing the Sherman tank, that'll set you back about $3,000. But it's the experience of a lifetime, and that, my friends, is priceless.
So we get all your frustrations out here.
Todd is a former Green Beret and Houston police officer and says it's important to keep this history alive.
I work out 4 days a week, and I feel like I worked out 5.
This is the only place in the world where you can fire the Sherman today. 2,800 feet per second. And they don't use blanks. Mine's bigger than yours. It's the same one featured in the movie Fury with Brad Pitt.
All tanks, move forward.
And there's no shortage of ammo. This place creates a modern-day war zone, and for family time spent, this place is right on target.